Inaccessible. Butter knife. Inaccessible. Inaccessible. A tarot card reading, you know where to find me.
You've got a lot to answer for, kid.
What happened down here?
Fires, confusion, panic. What do you care? You and your dad started the whole mess.
Not really, but tell me about the rebel.
And it's up to us adults to keep them from getting everyone killed. Yes, you do.
They don't exactly make it a welcome homecoming, are they? Remind me again why I cared about these jerkholes.
Amada's up there, in the clinic with the rest of them. Amada's up there, in the clinic with the rest of them. I'd take you closer, but they don't get along with security. Good luck.
That's the upper level.
Damn, look who's come waltzing back into the vault. It takes some real balls coming back here after everything you and your dad screwed up. But if you've got to be back, might as well make yourself useful. You gotta help us.
What kind of help?
What sort of help do you think I mean? You must have heard about the changes since you left, right? The deaths, the lies, the whole overseer lockdown thing? Ringing any bells? Man, they'd have rushed in here long ago if they didn't know I stole one of their guns from when they issued martial law. Anyway, you gotta help us get out of here. You gotta help me get out of here.
Why do you need to get out of here so badly?
Because anything up there has got to be better than a lifetime of the same thing down here. Think about it, man. Down here, I'll always be stuck with the same job, with the same food, with the same people forever. You and your dad had the right idea. Get out of this pit and make your own life.
Oh, Butch. You are such a naive jerk in the hole. You have no idea what it's like out there in the wasteland. No idea whatsoever. What do you think you're going to do outside, Butch?
I'll start a gang, of course. Why, it'll be the toughest, coolest, badassest gang the Wasteland's ever seen. Play your cards right, maybe I'll even let you join it, huh?
You have no idea how many gang of idiot raiders are out there.
Well, they ain't seen nothing like me yet. Butcher's gonna take that wasteland by storm.
Butch, what do you do in the vault?
The damn goat said I'm supposed to be a hairdresser, but that ain't me. I'm a barber, you got that? There's a difference.
Can you give me a haircut?
Sure, fine, whatever.
Why should I help you, Butch?
Because you've always been a goody two-shoes. So when I need help, it's what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna help Amata anyway, right? Just make it so we can leave the vault, and I'll leave and never bother you again.
So what happened that night, Butch?
I heard old Stanley complaining a lot of the stuff down in the reactor got fried pretty bad. Nothing too bad, yet. But he's always worrying we'll lose air filtration or whatever. Of course, if that happened, guess we'd all have to leave the vault then, huh?
You are so naive, Butch. So very, very, very naive. You haven't got the foggiest idea. Oh, I need sleep and nutrition. I can take care of actually both of those, I think. Let's see. Since what Sarsaparilla. Ramen steak. Couple dirty waters. Yep. Much better.
It's good to see you again. Hey, good to see you again.
Finally, someone who's positive. I can't believe they almost shot you.
I tell you, those guards are getting nastier every day. One of these days, it's gonna turn real ugly. But I'll be ready for it.
What happened down here?
Paul got bit real bad by some of those rad roaches, but he thought he could tough it out. If we'd had a doctor to treat him, he might still be here.
Paul, tell me about the rebels.
The overseer thinks he's in charge of us, just because it's his job? Well, nuts to that. We do what we want, and we want to open the vault. Later.
You guys have absolutely no idea.
I never thought you'd be back. You're alive!
Moira? I never noticed how much Moira sounds like Susie. What happened down here?
A lot of security got wounded, and worse. In all the confusion, we still don't know who's responsible for some of them.
And the rebels?
I hate that this whole thing has turned us against our families. But we just can't keep living down here forever. I mean, look at this place. Bye.
least they're being friendly to me.
I never thought you'd be back. Wow, you're back.
What happened down here?
Mom and little Monica got caught in the fires. I tried to get them out, I really did. But it was just too hot. I know it wasn't your fault, but my dad doesn't think as highly of you. You wouldn't want to hear what he said he'd do to your dad, either.
My dad
I
is
wouldn't
dead.
call
What
us
happened to the rebels?
I mean, we don't agree with the Overseer, but we still love the Vault. We just want to try going outside, too. Yeah, see you.
Honestly, as much as I would love to let them go outside, they have absolutely no idea of what they'd be facing outside. Be better for them to stay locked in here. Unfortunately, being the genius that I am, pretty much everything, especially science, I know from a biological standpoint that it's just not sustainable. If I were to agree with the Overseer and have them stay down here, I would be essentially dooming them to die in a generation or two.
Oh my god, you're back! You got my message and actually came back!
I came as soon as I heard you were in trouble, and I wasn't caring about 600 pounds of extra junk.
Oh, thank you! Everything's gone crazy since you left, and now that you're back, you can help set things straight.
I may have left, but this is still where I grew up. I can't leave it in chaos.
Chaos doesn't even cover it. It's a nightmare down here. People died that night, and all because my father went crazy to keep someone from opening the vault. And worst of all, then we found out the vault had been opened before, and they'd lied about it all our lives.
Yeah, I found out about that when I left. Guess I should have told you.
What? How long did you know about this? You know what? Never mind. What's important is that now we know that we were lied to all our lives, and that people have died for that lie. And even now, when we most need help, the Overseer still won't let us try to communicate with the outside.
I hear some of you have been hoping to go outside. That's pretty crazy, too.
Are you honestly comparing maybe we should look for help with stay in an underground bunker all your life or I'll kill you? Obviously, I don't know what's out there, but it can't hurt to take a look, right?
There's more out there than we've ever imagined. Good, bad, and in between.
And all this time, we're living in a tiny world that's been falling apart for 200 years. If we don't take a chance out there, we're just going to die down here. But none of that can happen while my father's got the place locked down. Please, something has to be done. You know that better than anyone.
What happened that night?
The real problems came after you two left. The injured had nobody to turn to since our doctor had run off and his assistant had died.
Been killed.
Now, we've got to rely on that old Mr. Handy for most of our medical needs. And he hasn't exactly got the best bedside manner.
Maybe I can fix him
Ever
up.
had an examination from someone with cold metal pincers? You don't want to.
Actually, yes, I have. That's why I fixed him. In the Brotherhood of Steel bunker. Why is your father doing this?
I just don't know. Maybe he thinks he's protecting us, but all he's really doing is condemning us. I thought parents were supposed to want a better world for their children. Well, there's a new world waiting right outside that door, and we're not going to give up until we can reach it.
I may have a solution.
I certainly hope so. We can't keep going on like this.
I need to think about it a bit more, though.
Damn it! This is no time for joking around! Be careful.
Let me talk with your father. Let me see if I can come up with a solution. Like I said, it's a lot more complicated than...
Good to see you again. Oh, it's good to see you're back from outside. It can be dangerous out there for someone your age.
What happened down here?
My poor grandson Jonas died is what happened. They say it was just an accident in all the confusion, but I know it was the overseer.
Tell me about the rebels.
Oh dear, we aren't asking for anything special. The vault's been open before, but for some reason everyone tries to pretend it wasn't. I guess they try to forget the poor souls who never came back from out there. Oh, please be careful.
And yes, I realize the irony of looting a vault.
I never thought you'd be back.
That I am insistent that it would be better for them to stay in. Yes, let them stay in the vault that I've cleared of everything in it. Yeah.
How may I serve you, mistress?
Yeah, I'm a little scared of talking to him and fixing him up. Because I'm sure I can fix him up. It's just that, good God, he is frightening, and I don't want to look at him.
Well, here we are, nestled all safe and snug inside Vault 101. It's so cold down here. Colder still with Catherine gone. Oh, Catherine, I so wish you were here with me. How the hell am I supposed to do this by myself? Live down in this hole. Take care of
How may
our
I
child.
serve you, mistress?
But this is our life now. So I guess I'd better get used to it.
Another patient.
The overseer who
What's
runs
it
the
to be,
place
eh?
is an overbearing
Appendectomy?
bully. But I've dealt
Tonsillectomy?
with worse.
Hysterectomy?
Andy, what happened? All this blood.
Ah, yes, a rather unfortunate incident. In all the commotion, Miss Beatrice suffered a rather bad sprain in her left toe. The big one. Obviously, I had no choice but
Oh,
to amputate
God.
the leg. Yeah, I'm sorry to say the operation was not a success.
Wait, they made you the doctor?
But of course, with your father's departure from the vault and Jonas's untimely demise, the overseer had to take swift action. And so he named me the new Vault Medical Practitioner. A marvelous decision, if I do say so myself. I am fully equipped, after all.
If you're the new doctor, can you heal me?
Actually, no. I'm afraid I've been, what's the human term? Fired. I've been reassigned to cleaning detail. My first duty is, somewhat ironically, cleaning the clinic. But surgery was fun while it lasted.
I can't imagine why you'd be fired. Alright, tell me what's your take on this situation.
Human problems for human hearth. I don't trouble myself with such petty affairs. My work is my life. And
I definitely need to make a mod where you can reprogram him to be a better doctor.
Of course. Don't let me keep you.
Mercy. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Hello, Evening Joe. Unfortunately, I do not speak German? I've watched Colby House enough to recognize some of the terms. Plus, I know a little bit about German, but I just don't know it enough to translate it.
With you.
What happened down
With
here?
all of the bugs and fires, there was an awful lot of strain on the systems down on the reactor level. Our water chip's pretty delicate right now, but I'm working on setting her right again.
And the rebels, what's your
It's
thoughts?
just a phase they're going through. Every kid thinks they want to leave the vault at some point, but we all grew out of it. Yes, you do.
They're not a friendly bunch, are they? Alright, can I do anything? To our reactor. Urge to loot rising. Inaccessible. Every time I pick up whiskey, I can't stop but think about Gopher and Jack. And then I remember I have 137 bottles of whiskey back at my house. And that gives me a chuckle, because if Jack were to venture into my game, he would become ecstatic. Inaccessible. Another whiskey for the collection. Inevitable. Test hydroponic system, test air filtration, begin water chip service. Run diagnostic. Begin manual service, run system purge. Yeah, hopefully this isn't going to close off some quest options, just that, you know, this is my family, my peeps. I can't exactly leave them with a malfunctioning water chip. So maybe it'll actually let me service it.
You don't belong here anymore. I don't know that I should... Yes, you do.
Now open it up, and let's see, quests. So everything is fully functional. I thought that they were damaged. I'm pretty sure one of the people told me the place was damaged. I'm trying to see if I can repair them, but I guess I can't. Despite the fact that I have... I mean, I suppose my repair isn't good enough. It's only 240. I mean, that's clearly not enough to fix whatever problem they're having with their, you know, water chip. I mean, really, what can you do with 240 repair? It's only a vault.
Why won't you just leave us alone?
Threat detected.
Badaha baha! Wait, no, wait. Maybe if I change out of my raider armor, he won't try and kill me. Nope, that doesn't count.
You want some more? Like that?
Why'd you make me have to shoot you in the face? Well, I guess in the torso, technically. Inaccessible. I need to head upstairs. I can't be over encumbered. Apparently I'm over encumbered. You're now dressed as a member of the Vault 101 security team.
System shutting down.
Of course, now I'm even more over encumbered than I was before, because I don't have my power armor bonuses. So let's switch back to my powered ranger battle armor. And let's say we want the ranged battle helmet.
Power armor initializing. Optimizing system enhancements. Threat detected.
Get the Seriously!
Threat neutralized.
Don't you know enough to stay away?
Can you not try and
Yes,
shoot
you
me?
do.
Seriously. I am trying to help you. And you shoot me in the face. And a few other places. I move way too frickin' fast. Inaccessible. Of course I'm over-encumbered. Why wouldn't I be over-encumbered? Not that it makes much of a difference. When I'm not over-encumbered, I move so damn fast that I toggle walk on.
Well, I see you've returned. Done with the dust and ruins of the wasteland, are you? Given up looking for Daddy? Thought you could just slink back in like a teen missing curfew? Well, that's too bad. You have no future in this vault. You're tainted.
Lay off the evil banter. I'm just curious about your side of all this.
Really? And here I had expected you to be full of bullets and bravado, but short on brains. Perhaps you've grown up since you left our
Do you
vault.
recall when I left I
regret the
avoided
unfortunate
killing people
events
on
of that
purpose?
night. But I'm afraid that once your father left us, they were unavoidable. The sad truth is that his actions presented a real and direct threat to the future success of our vault. And so, regrettably, they had to be opposed.
Do you have any idea why my father left the vault in the first place?
I've spent many nights asking myself exactly that. He certainly didn't tell me before he left. I blame myself, really. I should have known better than to let him enter our home in the first place. He certainly showed his true colors in the end. Were he raised in the cleanliness of our vault, perhaps your father would have shown more dedication to the important things in life. Just as well that he left. We mustn't let humanity's last pure specimens be sullied with his type.
At least my father didn't hide from the outside his whole life.
No, but he didn't risk bringing you out into it either. You have to wonder, is that why he left you behind? He wanted to know you were someplace safe? And then, like a fool, you squandered the greatest gift he ever left you.
You didn't exactly give me a chance with your guys trying to kill me. The rebels are upset because you lied to them about the outside.
They have to understand that we did that to keep them from going outside and getting killed. To keep them from making the same mistake our generation did when we were their age. Some of us already lost loved ones out there long ago. We won't lose any more today. Yes, you do. What do you want? To fix what you started? Go ahead and humor me.
As much as I hate to admit it, the rebels are right. You need to open the vault.
Oh, do you? What makes you think you know how better to protect this vault?
The vault's population isn't high enough to remain isolated forever.
I admit, in the 200 years since the war, our numbers have dwindled a little, but we have enough genetic diversity for a few more generations. My God, you're right. We won't last another 100 years, whether or not we get supplies from the outside. We're the last bastion of pure humanity, and we're doomed.
The only mission your vault ever had was keeping its residents alive.
And you expect me to believe that the only way to do that is to let them travel out in the wastes and mingle with those savages? I suppose it would allow them to stay alive, and we could still keep the vault as our safe haven. But it'd require a new type of leader. And I know only one person with the proper attitude to do that. I'll inform my daughter Amata that she is the new overseer. Effective immediately.
The best solution, given all the solutions available. Hopefully, once they've gone out into the wasteland for 10 minutes, they'll realize they don't want to go out into the wasteland. The wasteland is not a place you want to be. I can speak from experience. Yeah, I've always wondered what the vaults actually need with these huge servers. Because it doesn't seem like they have something that needs a lot of computing power. I mean, granted, Vault 87 needed a lot of computing power, but Vault 101? Not really. Doesn't really strike me as one that needs a lot of computational power. That we can no longer afford to be merciful in this scum. With some hold out for peaceful resolution, it's only a matter of time before they decide to take the fight to us, or worse yet, our families. Propose a midnight raid of their compound. Live ammo, 0 tolerance. First two who fight back.
It's been a while, kid. I guess the goat couldn't have predicted how you'd turn out, could it? Remind me to add a question about rescuing your teacher from the vault jail. If the vault ever goes back to normal, that is. By the way, while I was in there, I heard some worrying things from the guards.
What'd you hear?
I heard one of the guards talking about some sort of plan to raid Amata and the rest of us. I didn't hear anything else, but I think he read it on the security terminal. So maybe you can find more there. I'm sure it's bad news for us all.
What happened down here?
It was pretty rough, I'll tell you. I know a lot of folks blame your dad, but I know he didn't mean to cause all that. Don't blame him or yourself.
What's your thoughts on the rebels?
Most of them are just kids who are caught up in the idea of seeing the world. But I know we've got to actually actually open the vault if we want to survive.
I completely agree.
Otherwise, we're just going to dwindle away down here until it's all too late. Watch yourself down here.
That goes back to the lower levels. It's hammer time. And look at how many computers are in here. What are they used for? Seriously. What needs this much computational power in Vault 101? Wait, what? Calling itself the Enclave. Governmental codes are valid according to the Vault's ancient records, and the Enclave put forth an offer of amnesty and unity with the official remnants of the American government, claiming for access to the Vault and its data stores. They claim our Vault passwords no longer match their records, preventing them from extending their offer in person. I have refused entrance to this Enclave. I cannot trust my Vault and its inhabitants to an unknown factor, much less one that would be so gallantly suggest abandoning our Vault's great mission. All the more reason to prevent the rebels from opening the Vault to the likes of them. Yeah. Brown? How trippy to see Stanislaus Braun's name there. Inaccessible.
Threat detected.
Seriously?
Threat
You
neutralized.
have a lot to answer for, kid.
Father! Thank you, Father. I'll do my best to keep us all safe, inside the vault and beyond.
Where the hell is your father? Is he using a stealth boy? I suppose. I mean, the rebels do want his head.
I just heard. My father says he's stepping down as overseer. He won't tell me why, but I have to assume it's something you said to him.
He didn't even realize how wrong he was, but I set him straight.
Well, thanks for keeping your cool and not resorting to violence. That sort of thing would only lead to more problems in the future. It's time for our dusty old vault to have a new beginning, and it'll start by opening it up again, and this time for good. It's a bright new day for the vault, but I'm afraid there's one thing that has to change.
I got a bad feeling about it. What is it?
There are still so many things to repair, and a lot of bad feelings to mend. Some people still blame you for what happened. So, I have to ask you to leave. I'm sorry, but the situation is just too delicate for you to stay. Please, if you really want to help the vault, you have to go.
I understand, Amata. Goodbye. Wasn't planning to stick around anyway.
I can never really thank you enough for everything you've done. It's not much, but take this with you to remember us by. It'll be a while before we're actually ready to go outside. But once the vault is stable again, maybe we'll see you out there. So, I guess this is goodbye for now. But with luck, we'll meet again.
Sorry, it's a shame you gotta go. But you'll do okay out there, I'm sure.
I'll do better than you guys will.
Amata, everyone, listen closely.
Okay.
After a discussion with your friend, I've made an important decision. In my attempts to keep us all safe, I have been, perhaps, overzealous. Lives have been lost, but perhaps worse than that, lives have been stopped. And in my attempts to keep you safe, I have kept you from growing up. I know I have made these mistakes, and I would make them again if I had to do so. That is why I cannot remain your overseer.
Father!
Amata, I appoint you overseer in my place. You've proven you have what it takes to make hard choices for the good of the vaults. I'm just sorry I didn't understand that earlier. Consider it one of many mistakes I've made.
Thank you, Father. I'll do my best to keep us all safe, inside the vault and beyond.
You're welcome, my dear. And now, if you'll excuse me, I feel quite worn down. We'll deal with the details soon, in private. Until then, I'm sure there are people waiting to congratulate you. You don't belong here anymore.
Can we talk freely?
It's not safe. We'll talk later.
Goodbye. We'll miss you.
Goodbye. We'll miss you.
How over-encumbered am I? 11%? I swear I hear mole rats scurrying about.
Go ahead and start something. I dare you.
You're the guys who keep trying to shoot me in the face. Ah, the tunnel snakes. They rule, you know. I wasn't sure if you're aware of that. The tunnel snakes. They rule. Well, I guess they're not going to close the door on me, but still. Apparently they are going to close the door on me. Even though they're going to open it up again later.
Of the capital wasteland, it is I, Three Dog, your ruler. Hear me and obey. Oh, sorry, that's that other radio station. News time, children. According to reports from the ever so hoity-toity Tenpenny Tower, a group of displaced ghouls have been trying to gain entrance. Ah, but lush at large, Alistair Tenpenny says, no zombies, no how. Come on, Al, cut the ghoulies a break. If they've got the caps and you've got the space, it's a win-win, right? What do you say? Thanks for listening, children. This is Three Dog, ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio. We're Radio Free Wasteland, and we're here for you. And now, some music. It's the first...
A few more seconds in the radiation here. Get my weight levels up, or down rather. There we go. Should let myself gather a little bit more radiation. Alright, well, this is going to be pretty much the end of today's stream. All I'm really going to do, make my way back to Megaton, drop off all this new junk I've picked up. There's some radiation over here that I can absorb. Nope. There's some radiation right there. Right there.
Day.
Evening.
What's happening?
Bye. Looking to trade?
Sure.
If the clothes make the man, then here are the means to remake yourself.
I think the only one I need is Liquid Ninja, which I don't think he has. thermal regulator.
Stay safe on the path you travel.
Are we frozen at a loading screen? I hope not. Granted, I believe my save is just outside. But I think we are frozen. Ah well, all I was going to do is toss some stuff into my inventory. When next we return to the capital Wasteland, we will be heading towards the Red Racer factory and exploring that area. So I'll see you all next time, folks.